Here at Northbridge High School, the late policy is a big problem for many students. When you are late 3 times in one term, it results in a detention. If you're a student at Northbridge, how would the late policy affect you? We interviewed some students, teachers, and the office administrator around the school a few questions about the late policy. Good afternoon, Brian.
Afternoon.
What is your opinion on the late policy?
What exactly is the late policy?
If you're late 3 times, then you get a detention.
I think that's a little ridiculous. See, there could be exceptions. I could get a flat tire. I could run out of gas. Didn't eat breakfast. I think the policy is a little ridiculous. Definitely need some changes.
So what would you change if you could?
I would change it to about 10 tardies for every detention. Definitely.
I think that's a good number. Thank you. Good afternoon, Omar.
So,
What is your opinion on the late policy?
my late policy, I don't have a late policy actually. I come to school when I want, but if I were to follow the school's rules, I think that I would very much disagree with the school's late policy. It's, what was it again?
About the 3 tardies and
So the 3 tardies, once I hit that mark, might as well not come back to school ever again because that's just some BS.
so if you could, what would you change about it?
Make it to like 15, 20 people. 20 people show up late. They're good.
20 people or 20 tardies?
20 people. 20 people show up late in a row. They're good.
All right, thank you. Hi, Vanessa. What is your opinion on the late policy?
I think it's just not really working. No one really follows it. We got over 100 lates for many people in this room. They don't really enforce the whole 3 lates in your detention. I've had way too many lates and no detentions, but I'm not complaining.
So what changes would you make if you could make any?
Honestly, I don't really know. I would probably not make any changes. I would get rid of that stupid rule because it's not doing anything.
Great, thank you. Good morning, Ms. Charbonneau.
Good morning.
What is your opinion on the school's late policy?
My understanding is obviously I'm new this year, and it sounds like the students think it is stricter than it has in the past, but I don't know if it's strict enough. We haven't quite cleaned it up.
On average, how many late slips do you get a day?
If I had to guess, maybe about 30?
Wow. Good morning, Miss L.
Good morning, Cam.
What is your opinion on the school's late policy?
Well, I think it's pretty fair. I mean, you miss class, you're missing time, and not to mention you disrupt the class. So I think three tardies is pretty fair. It's pretty lenient.
So on average, how many kids to your first period are usually late?
It depends on the day, but probably anywhere from 2 to 3 every day.
Great, thank you. Hi, Travis. I'd like to ask you, what is your opinion on the late policy?
I think it's kind of stupid how, if you're late 3 times, you get a detention.
Great. What changes would you make if you could make any?
Just, talk to their parents about them being late and just, get the detentions away. Or, have them in the morning so then they're here early.
Okay, thank you. Hey, Tom, good morning.
Morning.
What is your opinion on the late policy?
I don't really like it. I feel like kids get late to school and they're going to get punished, if I had detention for it. I don't feel like that's fair.
What changes would you make if you could make any?
I feel like I would make it so you have to be late a lot more times before you start getting a detention.
Great, thank you. As you can see, the late policy is an issue around Northbridge High, along with many other schools.